One's a former NFL star turned esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, blah, 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 blah. We're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Welcome to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge. I'm your host, Ahman Green. I hope everyone is having a great Wednesday, hump day for you out there in the world. So if this is your first time tuning into the Gamers Lounge, it is a video game, esports, video game culture show where we talk about video games on all sorts of levels, from the competitive side of esports, college, pro, find topics that are prevalent in the space of today. And we have some fun conversations, right? We have this or that coming up, segment of this or that this week. And we have wrapping the show with our What's on Stream, episode 4 of Shogun series on Hulu. Fantastic series. First couple episodes so far for me. I'm loving it, and kind of some things were predictable the way some of the characters are interacting. But to start off, we always check in with everyone, and right now it's just me. But John, I know Rico is off covering professional women's volleyball right now. This Omaha Supernovas are playing in the Final Four of the first women's professional volleyball league, Omaha Supernova. So he's covering them today. So, and John said he will be coming in hot. So I'm here, going to start the show off, but I'm so happy. Summer is here. I'm home in a warm, humid Houston, and I love humidity. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a guy that because of me playing football growing up and as a pro all the way through high school and college, I love summertime. I love the heat. And so I just can't wait for it to be here or be me down here in Texas. So doing well there. But also what's fun, good fun things going on. NBA playoffs is going on, man. We got some heck of a series. I say the series that are tied like 2-2, I call those fights. It's a fight going on. And we're seeing like fights going on, right? We seeing NBA referees that are letting the boys play, letting the ladies play. And because I say ladies because the WNBA kicked off, or I say tipped off last night in its league itself. So we're getting to see Caitlin Clark, we get to see Cordoza, we get to see Reese, that's also with Cordoza on the Chicago team. So we get to see those matchups start up. But Indiana Fever, I believe, played the Phoenix Suns there. But in men's first, we got Cavaliers just the other night. Oh, no, not the Cavaliers. Pacer and Knicks again last night. Knicks win by, man, looks like 20 points, 121-91. Jalen Brunson, the lefty there, is balling out of control. And the Nuggets, man, just like in esports, right, you have a reverse sweep or reverse 3-0 where you reverse it back, and they reversed it back. They won 2 in Minneapolis, and now they're back home in Denver, and they won game 3 on Monday night. 97-112, 112-97, and Nikola Jokic had a 40-point triple-double or double-double to win. They bring his team to the win. So we got good stuff going on. Here's my man John. What's up, Johnny boy?
Oh, right away. I'm on. Let's go.
Yeah, you said coming in hot. It was coming in hot.
Hey.
So I was just breaking down a little bit of NBA action that's went on Monday night and last night as well. And the Knicks, Pacers, Maverick, Thunder series. That series is getting interesting. It's a fight there. Celtics look like they might run away with it with the Cavaliers because of injuries. And then I said the Knicks, Pacers, or now I say Nuggets look like they're going to come back. They came back to life all of a sudden and look really good. Jokic having a 40-point double-double there. So what's your feedback and from what you've been watching, John?
I've been basically trying to catch as much Timberwolves Nuggets as I can. Otherwise, I've been kind of on or off about the NBA playoffs. Like, the thing just takes months.
Well, yeah,
and so like I'll catch up unless there's something that I want to follow. I'll catch up as I'll keep in tune with it. And then once we focus down to like, hey, here's our final teams,
the finals, then
we'll get a little bit.
Was it
more.
divisional championship or what is it? Conference championships and then finals.
Yeah, exactly. The conference finals and the NBA finals. But I was Clark had 20 points. 10 turnovers. 10 turnovers.
Yeah, she had a lot of turnovers. The gameplay, the sticky fingers on the defenders there. So I was going to talk about that too. The WNBA kicked off. Caitlin Clark's team high 20 points, but 10 steals, and it like takes me back. What's interesting? One of her, I say, counterparts that's 50, like I would say 30 years off mark. Peyton Manning was a rookie in Indianapolis for the Colts, and his rookie year he threw. I don't know how his first game went. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he knows. But I know how that season went for him, where he finished the season with 28 touchdowns and 28 interceptions. So this is just a measure. This is not a measure. We don't have much to measure on Caitlin yet, right? This is her first NBA game, but we know where she's starting. And to have, this type of game for a good player, I think this is a learning moment for her as she's going to go back, watch film, get coached up, and then come out the next couple games. And obviously the first month of her regular season is going to be something special, I think, because 20 points coming out of college and adjusting during the match and during the game. I mean, to have that amount, she's definitely caught up to some speed is there that she's definitely caught up to.
Well, I mean, here's what I'll say. I was so high, and I still am very high on Caitlin Clark changing the face of the WNBA.
Yes. Yep.
At the same time, though, watching that game last night, or at least checking out as much as I could Ahman, it did remind me that, it just doesn't, you just don't go from there to there and just like, boom, we just didn't, miss a beat.
Right.
Like I forgot that there are going to be challenges and better talent and more defensive schemes against her. And this is her very first time seeing it all. So I think there's also now an added sense of patience with Clark too, that I forgot about before.
Yeah. And the fans, and like yourself and some other fans too. Yeah. This is, again, she was just in college a month ago. And now,
right.
And now she got within a month, got drafted, changed addresses because she lived in Iowa City and now lives in Indiana somewhere. And now is playing against professionals that do this for a living. They have families and they're, dynamic. They're all the 1%ers. Like she was the 1% at the college level. And now she's playing against all the 1%er ladies in the world that play basketball, that could shoot the J, that could box out, that could steal the ball, as we talked about with her turnover problem, issue in the first game. But that's the first game, and so I like her. I like to see how game by game everything just transition back and forth, good and bad, because all of this is going to be a learning experience for her. And being a phenomenal player that she is, she's going to just get better. I believe she's going to get better. She's going to be a little frustrated, right? Because the ladies are not going to make it easy. The other pros in the building that she goes up against, they are not going to make it easy because it wasn't easy on them. So
it didn't help that she had 2 fouls in the first 5 minutes of her career.
That happened too right away?
Yeah, she was out. She was out within 5 minutes. Yeah. I
saw the last quarter of the game. I was able to tune in the last fourth quarter. But that makes it rough. Yeah, starting off with 2 fouls, then you're like kind of have to play off defense. You can't really be in their face because you don't want to get a third foul, and then you're on the bench, and then you're not really going to be that determining or a big factor sitting on the bench with 3 fouls in the first half. So yeah, that definitely changes gameplay, changes mindset, and all that fun stuff. So anything else, man? What's going on your slate, man?
What do we got? I'm going to be running a 5K this weekend, so that's going to be awful. No, that's the wrong mindset of mine.
Yeah, you can't have that mindset, John.
No,
when you're going to be running for more than an hour over
I'll be
across
walking.
country.
I'll be walking.
You can go back and forth. Are you jog walking or are you walking the whole thing?
I usually am a jog and then a walk guy. I'm not here to set personal records. I'm not here to make the Olympic trials. I'm not here to see. I'm here to move 3 miles and do it in a relatively decent amount of time, and that usually involves some jogging and some walking. Yeah,
got you. And I said on 3K I've done. It was about the same. It was walking and jogging. Because I'm not the distance guy. I'm a sprinter, and so I knew that going into my brain. And so, it was walking and jogging. I try to go as far as I could go with a jog and then cut it down to a walk. So,
it's exactly the strategy I'm trying to employ, I think, this weekend. Other than that, just been really obsessed. Still obsessed with this big bad boy here, putting in my basement, trying to get the golf swing down.
I might have to get a club or the putter that has the long handle on there. Does it make it? Is it more accurate?
I think it's one of those things where yes, but why? Is it because of this, or is it because I actually have invested time into becoming a better putter?
It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both, John. Yep. So what's up, the Bear fan in the chat? How you doing? Hope you're well, and hope you got. I know you do a lot of fundraisers, so I hope your fundraisers for the summer are all lined up and they go fantastic, and they raise a lot of money and bring awareness to the causes that you support, Bear fans. So before we go to quick hit news bites, I'll get the read here for one of our sponsors, Drink on the Sly, or Sly Drink. Play is an essential part of life, whether it's digital or outdoors. Exploring your world is super, super fun. So keep the good times rolling and support your play with Sly Boost, Sly Chill, and Sly Dream. So explore. All right, we get the audio ready, we get the picture ready.
What's the one you drink if you want to just the chill? If you just want to
chill, if you want to chill, you drink the chill. If you want to go to sleep, you drink the dream.
The dream. Okay, I might want the dream. I want to try that dream.
Yeah, I'll get you a case to Doc. Have Doc Tom send you a message here. So heading up in our first segment here, we got quick hit news bites. There it is. All right, headed up. John, you are up first, my friend.
Okay, let me refresh this because
what's going on?
Okay, here we go. Yeah. I have my story. I like to put my story through AI just to kind of recap it. So here's the summary of Nintendo Switch. Online new update. Is releasing 3 classic Mario games. All right. So if you know Nintendo Switch Online, the update features the 89 platformer Super Mario Land alongside the Game Boys Alleyway and Baseball. Alleyway was a brick breaking, easy for me to say.
Like breakthrough. Like breakthrough. Yeah.
And then Baseball is Mario and Luigi as part of the pitching staff with Mario on the box art. So these are going to be available to play with the Nintendo Switch Online membership. Joins other classics like Tetris and 20 other 8-bit handheld games. By the way, Nintendo Switch Online is $20 a month, or $20 annually. Sorry, not a month.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Annually, $20 a month.
$20 is not that bad either. But annually, that's even better.
So that's Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Game Boy games. So that's something I do have on the Switch. It's $20 a month, and so they're adding 3 classic games. The one thing I really wish they would do for the N64 update. The Switch Online for the N64. I wish they would just fix the flipping James Bond GoldenEye. The aiming hasn't been right, and I don't understand why somebody can't just get into the code. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. And just be like, make the aiming less loose. Send update, and then I'd play and then I'd be just fix that, Nintendo.
He said, "Fix that, Nintendo." Oh man, hey, yeah, like those games, like the Super Mario Land. I remember that. That was a
Yeah.
classic. That was one I was
Did you
always
play the
fixing.
baseball one?
I'm not sure. I remember seeing it, but I don't think I played it. But I remember seeing it. So yeah, I know it's a fun game. I know the Super Mario Land. That was my game. I think played that through a few times, from start to finish. That was one of my go-to Game Boy games on there. The basketball, the alleyway, the baseball, and the alleyway. I'm not too sure, but I know about the Super Mario Land. That is and was my game. So
I never had a Game Boy.
and then the
Always,
prices. Oh, you didn't have a Game Boy? Oh
always
man.
wanted a Game Boy, never got one.
Oh man. We gotta run that video. Let me run this video real quick.
Yeah, play that video. Let's take a look at these classic games coming to the Switch Online.
Is that it? Oh, I'm about to say. Yep. Super Mario Land. Oh, that sound, that music brings back memories right after high school. When school was over, I come home and I'm playing it. They're playing more, yes. The best music you can put me to sleep on right there. I'm like, oh. And that's a good thing. Not a bad thing. I'm gonna find all these sounds on my iPhone and put them as alert.
Oh, look at this. How is this a Mario game?
I did have this game. If not, I had this or Breakout. This and Breakout are the same, pretty much. Or Acronoid.
Where's Mario?
He's in this one?
How is that Mario related? And this is supposed to be Mario too?
Yeah.
Man, they got away with
He was on the cover a lot. He couldn't, I guess, be put in the game. Anybody in the chat knows those reasons why, let us know.
It says the pitcher's name is Phil.
The pitcher name is Phil?
What's that? Look at that ball. Get it!
It's a home run. Home run. I remember that sound. It's the sound of things, right? I guess.
Dang. Well, I didn't see Mario in the middle one or the third one. He was the middle one was just like Pong, but different, and the third one was a guy named Phil pitching. So I don't know.
That was easy advertisement. That was that was the budgeted. They had the budget just to get him in on the cover, of the game, but not in the game.
Yep,
so
it's a way. It's kind of sneaky, Ahman, right? Like,
yeah.
Hey, make a baseball game. All right, now slap Mario on it and send it to all the kids. You know, they're smoking their cigars, making their money in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, those guys from like the 1920s.
Yeah, except for this time they're in the 80s. Like, hey, put Mario on the cover and we'll make a million. Might be mixing the eras a little.
We're all over the place. That is hilarious. That does sound like from one of them old school movies. The slicer that's trying to get one over on you, and stuff like that. So I got a fun one here. I think we talked about it a little bit last week, but I'm gonna straight up cover it though. Here we go. Bringing up mine to the stage here. My story of Luka Doncic, the baller from the Mavericks, is top 500 ranking in Overwatch 2, and he's at a tank. He's playing tank, by the way, on this ranking. So the Dallas Mavericks revealed he had reached the top 500 ranking on the tank in his Overwatch video game. So in-game tanks are designed obviously to take space and be the leader, the in-game leader, and can operate safely. Where their teammates can operate safely, and they can often be the focal point of the team strategy. So Doncic posted his screenshot of his accomplishment on Instagram last Wednesday night. So there is the symbol, the kind of your achievement you get that goes on your account. So every time you log in, and you can't lose that, you just got to make sure you keep playing to keep your rank up in that area. But so I told you guys, athletes play video games. I've brought this home. I say it all the time. I would come home. My thing wasn't, Overwatch wasn't out when I was playing. It was games. It was RPGs for me to get away. So I would get away to either criminal stuff like GTA or Hitman, and then or God of War. Those are my three majors that I play. And then every now and then I throw something just offbeat, some crazy game I've never heard of. And it's like, you know what? Let me try this. I just wanted to go to another place because I was, playing football, fighting people, beating people up on the football field. I was like, I need to take a break from all that. So
well,
there you go.
I got something to add with this Luka thing because I have a video to share too. This goes along with him being top 500 in Overwatch 2. Let me find the right screen here. So this is him playing with just some random people, and
I think I have that one. Is it,
do you have that video?
Is it right here? Is it this one?
Yeah, any hobbies, Don?
Yeah.
Yeah, I play basketball.
Okay. Well, you go to a gym or you play on a team?
Dallas Mavericks.
You're on the Mavericks.
Oh, he said where he played.
Wait, like varsity or
varsity?
No, real.
Wait, really?
When's your birthday?
28th of February.
Oh, he's a February baby. Nice.
Well, he actually knows. That's wait. I googled that. You're actually right.
He's checking his birthday. He don't believe him. I love it. And you know what? That happens to me quite a bit. Nobody wants to believe you.
That's hilarious. So do you ever get that? Like you just said. So like they're playing, they don't know they're playing with Luka Doncic. They're like, you play basketball where? Like at the gym? Like at the Y? Like where are you playing? He's like, no, for the Dallas Mavericks.
He said Dallas Mavericks.
That's crazy.
I love it. But yeah, people like the few times where I say, I'm on Madden chat or even a Halo one, and I say, I just kind of, I don't go out and say it. I just slowly say it and me dismiss that. And they'll be like, no, that's not real. I know what my kids, when they were little, what's Bear fan say? He says, what I love about your gameplay is you do not play to the crowd. You play what you love and to play. Thank you. Appreciate that. But with Lucas, the way he did it though, I've had players trash talk me or just I'm like, man, I'll say something, but nobody's really said like, man, like ask me the question, like who you like, how, they know like I have a good round of Halo and they'll just ask me, man, how long you play or how long you've been, playing this game? I'll say for a while. So I've never got to that conversation. I say more in person where somebody comes up to me and they say, man, you look like Ahman Green. I'll be like, I get that all the time. I say, it's just, I go a lot of places. Being here was, I was in Wisconsin. So I'll be like, being around these neck of the woods, I get that, man, quite a bit. And then people kind of go with it and kind of look at me and like, yeah, man, it just look really like it. I'm like, no, I know I get that a lot. And it worked one time where a person totally just fell into believe in me. I didn't mean to do it. I was more of just to see if they would believe me type thing. And it worked.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, that was so mean. I'm like, I didn't think it was going to work. I honestly didn't think they were going to believe me. And they did. Because they're like, oh, man, cool. Have a nice day. And my wife's like, why'd you do that? That's so mean. I'm like, I didn't think they believed me. So for Luka, that's classic right there. Him in a game. And he said, I play basketball. He's like, oh, what, for the rec squad?
I love it. Weekends? What are you doing?
On the weekends, just for fun? No, I do it as a job. I'm from Slavic over in another country, and I come over here, got drafted. I'm like,
he says Mavericks, and the kid's like varsity?
Yeah, varsity. Where's a varsity Mavericks team at? I just want to know. Is it college or is somewhere in Texas, high school, maybe?
Where's the
It's probably
JV
some little
team?
leagues. It's definitely in Dallas, Texas area. It's definitely some Maverick teams around other than the Maverick Pro team. For them, they could probably say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, man, don't you hear his accent? I know I would, as a kid, I would be like, wait a minute, listen to his accent. It's gotta be that dude.
That's Luka. Yeah.
That is the baller, Luka playing hurt and doing his thing. I thought that was awesome. But again, to my point, athletes play video games. I didn't know my man goes hard like this, where he's dedicated, where he's top 500. But we do play video games. And I just want all my athlete friends out there, the ones that are my friends and they play, they admit it. But for the ones that don't admit it, that are like trying to keep the little dirty little secret, tell the truth, man. You're going to have fun releasing that out of the closet, man, that you are a gamer, League of Legends, Valorant, Madden, whatever, 2K, Street Fighter, Super Smash Brothers, Baldur's Gate, whatever. It's video games, man. And one thing I heard, I remember when I first got here last year in Nebraska, I was talking to some of the players, the president at the time, Jade,
and the vice president and Z at the time, and they said something about some Madden players they try to do an event with, which I thought was the craziest comment and ill thought about comment they said to Jade and Z, saying they invited everybody to come to campus to play video games together and start creating a Nebraska esports club. And they had some players come in and said they were Madden players, and they come in, they talk a little bit, and like somebody dropped the word and said, well, y'all a whole bunch of geeks and dorks. And I'm like, that's what they said to y'all? I said, don't they realize that's what they are? I'm like, they play, I don't know, I know it's a sports game, but it's still a video game. It's Madden or it's 2K or it's FIFA. That puts you in the category of geek, dork, nerd, or whatever. That puts you there. It may be right on the fringe, but you're in there. So don't be sitting there trying to point the finger at somebody who plays Valorant or League of Legends or Rocket League or Overwatch and call them geeks and dorks because it's more, I guess, shooting and more tactical, and you got to use mouse and keyboard. No, if you play Madden, you play NBA 2K, you play FIFA, NHL, you're a nerd, you're a geek, you're a dork. You're a part of this culture. You got to just deal with it, man. Deal with it, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's just that culture or that system or that game is just, it goes from sports to all sorts of different types of games, but you're all together in the same family of games.
Same family, right? Don't point fingers. You want a name caller, you're actually talking about yourself. I thought that was so ironic. I'm like, don't they know they're talking about themselves because that's the space they're playing, Yeah. Because not a lot of people play Madden,
Right.
Yeah. And when you look at the space, you look at the esports space, Madden players, we're mousing, we're keyboard, or no, we're a controller locked, you could play Madden on mouse and keyboard. I take that back, but that's a weird experience to try to play Madden on mouse and keyboard. What's up, Spine Ticks? How you doing? He said, Wasabi, Mind Games Gamers Lounge. It's your little boy. Oh, Sith Lordy, what's good, man? How you doing? What's good with you? So yeah, I would say, like I said, don't point fingers, man. Don't we all in the same space. We're playing video games, having a good time. So be mindful of what you do, because you're a part of it. You don't even realize it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even realize it. All right, let's head on to that fun conversation, John.
This.
Oh no.
Or that.
What'd you say? Oh no.
I said, oh no, it's this or that.
Why is it oh no?
I don't know, because sometimes your questions, this is all from the mind of Ahman Green. They're like, oh no, what are we supposed to choose?
This is this end of school year. I gotta edit that. Let me edit that real quick.
End of school year edition. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Ahman's gonna edit that end of school year edition. This or that.
Boom. All right. First one up on the board. So this or that end of school year edition. Here it is. First one.
Have a movie marathon at home or go to a local amusement park.
Where you at, John? Chat. Where you at on this?
Local amusement park.
Ooh.
And the only reason why is because this is the end of school year edition.
Yeah.
Which to me means the weather's warmer, the sun is out, you can be outside, you can enjoy. So I'm going to get away from the screens because it's nice outside. I'm going to go to the amusement park.
I'm down for that. That's a winner. Spying Ticks or Sith Lordy, he agrees with you. He's going to Disneyland amusement park there. What about you, John? Did you have an amusement park in mind, or just anyone is good?
Anyone's good. I was thinking more, what is it, Six Flags-ish, even though I've never been to Six Flags, but that type of amusement park is what I was thinking.
That's a good one. That one has a ton of roller coasters, by the way. And and like my 8th grade, 7th, and I had them. Did I have them for almost 2.5 years? I had them for a year and a half. My geography teacher in 7th and 8th grade in Los Angeles. Shout out to Mr. Simzovic, if he's still out there. I hope he's okay and alive. But if he, shout out to him. He got me into geography, focus in the school, and what helped was if you passed his class with an A, he took students with a B. I think it was a B+ or above. to Six Flags in Valencia, California.
What?
And so we would gather up. So the last month of the school year, we took our tests, we handed in grades. So I was like always turning in extra credit. He'll give us real easy extra credit. So I was getting an A++ on all my tests. And so with that, when I found out about it, I was like, I'm going to Six Flags. I had never been. And so for me, I'm with you on the amusement parks. That is fun. I don't mind movies. I am a movie guy, but going to local park. I mean, so that started with him. And then that was every year too. I was like, oh, I'm getting an A next year. I'm gonna get another A. So motivation and a nice little payout.
Yeah. You have some sort of end goal as a student. Like 100%. I do well in this class, I get to have fun later. Delayed gratification almost. Yeah. Yep.
And so roller coasters all day and popcorn, hot dogs. Before I knew what was in hot dogs. What makes up a hot dog? All right, here. Next one on the list here, John.
Yeah. Have a barbecue with classmates and go for a hike together. Another great question. I'm going to have a barbecue. I'm gonna have a barbecue. It's less listen, I get it. Hike would be great. And in fact, I want to choose.
They are relaxing.
Yeah. But then you're asking all the friends, your classmates, all your friends to move and walk, and not everybody. And
everybody's down for that. Yeah, no, I feel you. I'm gonna go barbecue. I'm with you too with the barbecue.
Because you can play frisbee, you can play catch to the barbecue, you can sit down, you can.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm with the barbecue. We got Spinal
and then
Tick
you get food.
And then get food. Spine Tick says barbecue because eat big hunks of meat. So you can't walk around on a hike with a gut full of beef and chicken and French fries and whatever, baked potatoes that's on the grill. My man Bear Fan, though, I know he's barbecue all day. That's all he does. He does grill out for some of his fundraisers. So I know that's right up his alley.
But he says he'd rather go on a hike because he barbecues way too much.
Oh. I saw BBQ. I didn't read it. Barbecue way too much. LOL. So yeah. Hike, work.
Yeah, I like that.
And appetite. Then barbecue. There you go. You could tie them all into one. There you go. All right.
That's a good idea.
Next one on the list here. Oop, where is it at? Where are we at? All right, next one. Here we go. Boom.
All right. Have a game night with friends or go bowling.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one. This is an interesting one. We got to unpack this one. I'm gonna go for game night. That's where I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna answer that one first. Video games all night long, all night, all night, all night. Yes. Matter of fact, me and my wife started playing Princess Peach last night on Switch. It's awesome. Easy, fun RPG game. Game night, I can socialize with friends that way. Yes, you can. Papa Mo's.
Okay, I'm going bowling, and here's bowling? The only reason why. Because you don't go bowling every night of the week or once a week. Usually, you don't. Sure. So you get to leave your environment. It feels like you're doing something different. Because I believe you can probably, play video games with friends on any night of the week. So bowling almost felt different and special in that respect.
Okay, I feel you there. I'm gonna be gaming though, because I'm gonna see how everybody adapts to the games. Because not everybody, all my friends play video games. I want to see how. I'll say not really. I'm not looking for them to get mad, but I just know they're like, why am I winning all the time?
Mon's winning in this scenario all the time.
I coach and play video games. I'm supposed to be bad. I can't be bad at this. Well, I can't be bad at some my profession.
I get it. You win a lot.
Yeah, bowling it says, and Spiny Tick says bowling can trash talk your pals and drink some beers. Yeah. You could that. The beer is gaming, but you want to keep it off the desk because it get knocked over.
Yeah.
Your PC is fried. You don't want that, or your console is fried. And then plus you can't do the celebration booty dance in their face when you bowl a strike. There you go. You got a happy dance when you bowl a strike, John.
I usually just.
Oh, you do the X's.
The X.
Okay. Yeah. I'm like this. I'm fist pump. I'm like,
no Tiger. Like you just made.
I'm Tiger. Michael Jordan. Like
yes,
right there. Nailed it. Talking trash. There we go. All right, we got a couple more to go here on the
summer school or end of school year edition here. This is
I
a
think
fun
it's
one.
funny that we have our own little celebrations when we get a strike.
I just be like, I'm impressed because I actually got it to the ball, the ball to the pins and knocked them down. So I'm more as like a surprise, like, because I'm not a good bowler. I'm like, I say I get good as the night goes on because everybody else gets tired because I work out so my body can last longer. So I kind of like out endurance everybody.
Yeah, your scores are maybe more like consistent or maybe getting better.
Yep.
And they're kind of like,
and then they're, because your arm, that ball is not light. The bowling ball is not light.
Yeah,
it takes some muscle. You got to throw it down the lane there. So
exactly.
So yeah. All right, next one up, John. Here we go.
Next one up. Host a talent show among classmates or organize a charity event together.
Some good ones. Again, teammates, classmates. I mean, what's your classmates again?
Man, these are really cool. How are you coming up with these like 50-50 balls?
Yeah, this is a 50-50. Either way, it's good. I think I'm gonna do a charity event because my friends will come to that.
Yeah.
Or make a talent show charity event. There you go.
You just combined both answers. You just did both.
Which this is against the rules, but
that's a great response. It makes total sense. Total sense.
A charity event talent show. Boom.
Boom. Yes.
It's conquered. It's conquered right there. That's the hack of the day. Right there. What we got here from the check? Spine Tick says, what's he say? He says, host a talent show, mandatory singing, even for the bad singers, high entertainment. I'm with that. I was like, when you go to karaoke, you have to be all in. You can't just be halfway. I'm gonna just sit here and support you. No, you got to go and sing at least 2 songs when you out with friends. At least verbatim 2 songs. That's my rule. And I have 2 songs because everybody has 2 songs they know every word to, right, John? Chat, right? Yeah. You have 2 songs in your repertoire that you know from the start of the song to the intro to the outro. Right.
There are some like rap songs where I know like 90% of it. So I wouldn't mind the karaoke to nail the other 10% that I kind of sometimes I mumble through them when I'm singing them. Yeah. Because I'm like, I don't know exactly what he said
and
there.
Mumbling is okay. It's warranted in karaoke. It's warranted. It's a must do. It's a must do. And my man Spinal Tick says, anything Easy E. Oh, yeah. He's a West Coast side. He's a West Side rapper. A West Side fan. There you go. All right, next one. Couple more. Got one more left after this, John.
Okay. Have a themed costume party or organize a beach day. I think the themed. I'm going to go right away on this one. I think the themed costume part. Well, I think that's too. Listen,
go with your first thought. Go with your first thought there.
My first thought is end of school year, May, June. It's summertime. I want to go to the beach, dude. Yes. It's not October 31st in 48 degrees outside. Like,
right? We're in the Midwest, right? But I'm in Texas now, so I can have that. Yeah.
So I'm gonna beach day. I'm doing a beach.
I'm gonna go beach. Oh, I love costumes. I'm dressing up this year at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm gonna keep it a secret till the day.
Really?
The week before I go, I'll keep it a secret until then. I'll just say it's
between now and then.
Will I what?
Drop some hints.
Yeah, I will. I'm about to drop one hint.
Okay, but don't make it really obvious. Like,
no, it's not.
I feel like a giveaway here. Like, guess what Ahman's costume is?
Oh, like, you know what? I'm not going to get. I'm going to think about it for a week. I was just going to do it off the hip, but you know what? I was like, you know what? The hint I had, I think would have been too easy. So I'm going to wait a week and make a hint.
Yeah.
What my costume is going, my cosplay costume is going to be at San Diego Comic-Con 2024 this summer. All right.
When is that?
July 20th through like the 24th. And we had Spine Tick says Halloween. Don't want to see some of your friends in Speedos. Facts. Don't want to. No, I don't want that. Beach all day for Poppy. Beach all day. I grew up in Nebraska myself, but relocated to Houston area. Ooh, we're in the same neighborhood, Poppy. There you go. And then Spine Tick says, Ahman, you rolling out to VidCon end of June in Anaheim? Ooh, shoot me those dates in the DM. If you're in the Discord, Sith Lordy. Spine Ticks, shoot me the dates for VidCon. I would love to go out to Anaheim. That's Orange County. That's Disneyland territory. If you don't know, now you know. All right.
Good heads up there, Spine Ticks. And last one of the day here, John. And I said, what did I say? I said, I'm going to say beach party. I'm going to go beach party. All right, last one here.
Plan a group outing to a museum or spend a day at a water park.
Again, it's summer. It's summer. So a day at the water park, right? They got the Six Flags. They have Thunder. What is it called? Thunder Bay next door to it now, and most of the Six Flags.
Well, time out. I'm with you. My initial thought is water park, but when I think museum, I think of, and this painting is from 1630.
Yeah, like when Ferris Bueller, on the day off, when they skipped school to go to the museum, the Natural Arts and Science Museum in Chicago.
But it doesn't always have to be like that. I mean, museums, like, for example, speaking of Chicago, a couple months ago, we went to the Museum of Illusions. And so, like, that's a totally different vibe than,
I like that.
Here's some knight armor.
1892.
Exactly. 1892. The French
or 17. This is 90 BC. So-and-so's shovel.
Yeah. So it's different because it's like, look at this crazy illusion. Oh, this is weird. Water park.
Yeah. I said mine's right away. It's no brainer. No, it's water park. It's summer. It's hot.
Yeah.
School's out. Beach water. So all of them
after
ones
all
there.
that.
We got Spine Tick says, he hit me in the DM. He said, for him, though, he said museum. He said, what they say about what people do in the pool. Don't want none of that. Hey, it happens, man. It's been going on since we were kids. I'm like, that's what they put all the chlorine in the water for. I've been told.
Gross.
So
right.
We already know that people don't have good manners. They have bad manners. So
yeah,
it is what it is. All right, moving right along. Yeah. Still what? What'd you say, John?
It's still pretty gross.
Yeah, it's gross. But that's what the chlorine kills everything for.
Okay.
I believe so, right? It kills everything.
Hope
right?
so.
You hope so?
I think that's why they put it in there.
I hope so too. It better. All right, here we go. Game releases of the week, y'all.
Release the games. It's time for the game releases. Game releases.
There we go. All right, John, you're up first. Got a fun game here for all of us.
So Ahman sent out the video game releases this week, and I didn't pay attention to his text right away. And I said, oh, I want this one. And then I looked, I'm like, oh, Ahman's doing that one. Dang it. So kind of have the same thought there. So instead I picked this. And this is Biomutant for Switch. Now this game's been around for a few years, and now it's coming to Switch.
Yeah.
Here's the headline from sportskita.com. Biomutant Nintendo Switch review, an occasionally fun RPG marred by poor technical performance.
Oh, man. His little, what is that? Passive-aggressive comment right there.
Right, a little bit, yeah, right? So apparently for the Switch, just be aware, according to one review online, that could be an issue, right? Other than that, here's what Biomutant is: an action role-playing game developed by whatever. Oh, hold on, I lost it.
That was funny. I'm sorry. You just said whatever. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
I can look up for you. You could. Keep
I got it.
Okay.
Open world post-apocalyptic kung fu fable RPG with a unique martial art style combat system, allowing you to mix melee shooting and mutant ability action. So a plague is ruining the land, and the tree of life is bleeding death from its roots. The tribes stand divided, explore a world in turmoil, and define its fate. Will you be its savior or lead it to an even darker destiny? And the reason I picked this is because for the first time, usually Ahman just has the titles when you send out these, but you sent a link this time, so they had pictures. And I picked it because the little Biomutant character,
he looks like Rocket Raccoon.
Yes, that's why I picked it.
From Guardians and Galaxy. I was like, oh man, that's Rocket Raccoon.
That's why I picked it, Ahman. I was like, he looks like Rocket. I'm gonna pick this one. See what this is all about.
Yeah.
But there you go, Biomutant. It's being released on the Switch.
Nice.
I don't know if anyone's played that in the chat, but
I like the graphics. It looks good. Yeah, it's been out a year or two now, but moving to Switch, getting some bigger games and following along with the bigger console companies getting games. I like the graphics on this, and then like I said, I like the character Rocket Raccoon in here. Biomutant, what do you say, would be a good online dating profile name. Dating profile name. Never thought of that, Spinal Tix. Elaborate, please, sir. I'd like to know your answer on that one. Why you figured that? It says Biomutant would be a good online dating profile name. Would you, if you were in the business, John, you saw Biomutant in a dating profile, would that attract you to go talk to them?
Probably
that's the
not.
questions of the day. Probably
yeah,
not.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's a good one. Good try, Spinal Tix, but you got to still explain yourself. Don't think you're out of the woods with that one. You got to hit us up with that one. So, all right, headed over to my game now. Pause that. All right, here we go. This is the game John wanted, and I know probably why. It's a fun, simple game, a puzzle game called Please Fix the Street, or Fix the Road, excuse me. Please Fix the Road. PS5, Xbox Series X and X, PS4, Xbox One. I'll say all consoles and on PC. The developer and publisher is Arilik. I think I'm saying that correct. And it's a puzzle game. Came out today, and it comes out on tomorrow on Xbox and Xbox One. So it says possibly the prettiest and most relaxing road fixing puzzle game ever. The roads are broken again, and so forth. And so are paths, sidewalks, and lakes. So, oh dear. And now it's your job to fix them all. Each level gives you a limited set of tools that will help you get all the cars, boats, trains, animals from point A to point B. Then the mentioned animals include, of course, kittens, dogs, cutie old pink llamas, and so forth. Your tools of mass destruction and repair, so you could destroy things and repair it. As you see how you move the different roads, different parts of the map. We'll let you destroy, rotate, copy, swap, raise, lower, and push or move different segments of the road and lakes and paths and so much more. Your road to repair doesn't have to be beautiful. It just needs to get the job done. That's what I'm talking about. Get the job done. So please fix the road and have fun. I could sit and do this all day.
I could see this being calming.
Very calming, yeah.
Unless, Ahman, what if it's like really? Does it get harder? And
I would
then you
assume
have limited tools.
It probably won't get too hard. I mean, this is for everyone. So if they got
Okay.
kiddos playing this, they can't get it too difficult because the under 10-year-olds would get frustrated. They got to learn.
Well, I was going to say maybe the over 40-year-olds would too, because I could see myself being like, what a fun game. Look I made the road to help the cats.
And you get to level 10 and you can't get past it.
I'm like, I don't care.
You can't be
getting
on the Switch, bro. Remember, you break it, you buy it. You break it, you buy it.
Throw the Switch.
Cannot throw the Switch. Cannot. Final Tick says they have to click. Imagine swiping on Tom, Joe, and Fred, and then see you buy me. Oh, okay. That's the explanation on the dating.
I get it.
Okay.
It's out of the ordinary, right? So you're like,
oh, this person's creative. They're a little like me, a little different, Okay, I feel you. Fine.
I'd just be afraid you would look hideous being a mutant.
Yeah, you're kind of describing yourself in a way,
I don't know.
But yeah, there is Fix the Road.
I get it.
I play a game like that on my phone called Lemonies. If anybody's played Lemonies on I know it's on PlayStation, but you can download it to your cell phone too. It's where you save the little creatures that are like just walking, and you gotta direct them different places so they don't die. And if they could die, they could fall off a cliff and flat. It's kind of similar. I could feel the Fix the Road is similar on that place of a game. So there you go. That's the games of the week. We got.
Let's go.
Biomutant and Please Fix the Road. And they ask nicely in the title, please fix the road. please. You know,
and it is please fix. They have please in the title.
Yeah, it says please.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's what I said. It was awesome. Please.
Right.
Fix the world, you know. So that is our game releases on the week and of the week. So we get ready for the final segment of the show here. We got some fun stuff talking about with season 1 of Shogun here. Let's flip it around here. Let me get it all ready. All right. And now, I got to get the. Wait a minute. I'm doing too many things right now. I'm doing way too much. We do this, do that, and then. There we go.
Row your boat gently up the. Sorry. Excuse
We're here
me.
now.
It's time for What's on Stream.
I got a little ahead of myself there. So we're What's on the Stream segment here. Shogun season 1, episode 4. And we gotta. It's something I kind of did. I don't know if I said this earlier.
Can I be honest with you, Mom? Before you do this,
what's up?
I haven't caught up to you.
That's okay.
So I don't want to ruin anything.
You're not gonna ruin anything. I can help.
No, I don't want you to ruin anything for me.
Oh, so what, you gonna mute yourself?
I think I'm gonna bolt.
You gonna bolt? You say you gotta go right real soon anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna Michael Bolton. I'm gonna Troy. What's the guy from High School Musical? Troy Bolton. Is he Bolton?
I don't know. I didn't watch a whole lot of High School Musical. I know Michael. You're gonna Michael Bolton this thing out. The whole saxophonist from the '80s. There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna Michael Bolton.
That is
Troy Bolton, or I'm bolting.
You're bolting.
I'll let you wrap it up.
All right, man.
All
Good
right.
having you on as usual. So John is gonna bolt, and I'm gonna wait before I get into spoiler season 1, episode 4 of Shogun. I think he's gone. He has camera and mic off, so he's clear. So if y'all been watching along last couple weeks on here on the Gamers Lounge, we've been talking about Usain Bolton. There you go. Usain Bolton out of here. All right. So we have, as we found out his name, Blackthorn. So this episode reads as, so this is episode 4, the 8th fold fence. And it's actually a fold fence. It gets explained what it is. Excuse me. Midway to the end of the episode, what an 8-fold fence is. It's basically a fence that helps against defending an attack of a lot of people. And so early in the episode, we see Blackthorn. I say the reading for the episode, the plot of this episode is Blackthorn and Mariko test their new alliance as they train Tamanaga's gun regime for war. And Bishing must navigate his past promises to Ishido when an old friend comes to the village. So Blackthorn becomes furious when he finds out that he has to stay longer in this remote fishing village and that he won't see his troops or his boat for the next 6 months. So Tamanaga kind of read him, when at the end of episode 3 where they kind of bonded, but then he threw in a little, I say in fallacy. So he's like, yeah, I want you to train my crew, my army, from what you learned being a naval guy and all that. So you think he rewarded him and named him Hatamoto as well, which is a prestige name in their culture at this time. With all that to soothe and not filling in the fine details, right? But you're on site. You can't go nowhere for 6 months. You don't have access to your crew or your crewmen or your troops or your buddies that are on this boat, Mr. Blackthorn. He didn't say that, so Blackthorn is not happy with that right there. And Murioko kind of explains to him that you are that, and that's where this scene here, this is the scene I'm talking about where they actually bonded and got together and was like, all right, now they're buddies. But then you find out he basically kind of lied to you, said, you're stuck here. You got to train my troops, but you get no access to your boat or to your crewsmen as well. So Toranaga has Blackthorn pissed off right now. And so, excuse my language. And so from that standpoint, it says so Toranaga, he leaves for Ito, and Lady Maruko helps Blackthorn set up the new household he's entitled to as a Hatamoto. And so he gets to the house, and of course, he's not accustomed to these rules being from England. So he wants to run his house as he would his home in England. And it's a little different. He has to go by the custom ways. He has to have Mariko there and another, I would say, translator there. And I was trying to find her name too, but her name may be Ochiba, who we saw with the baby that was basically she was about to cut her own neck. She's also in his house that is now given to him, being out of Osaka. And so with that, he's running, like I said, he wanted to do it by his own rules, but there's a way that he has to run his household the same way as they do, as is their culture. He says, hey, trying to talk to you for a while. This is Donine. Hey, how you doing? So I prefer the OG Shogun from the 80s. Yeah. So I just made it, also doing my homework research for this Spine Ticks, that this is from the old school right there. And that's the one lady here that I'm telling you that she's helping him. As you saw there, she got his gun, holding off the crowd there because they trying to come and regulate in his own house. And he's like, nah, you can't do this in my place. So he gets help there. And I just can't find her name, what the actress name or what the character name is. I think it's Ochiba. I'm not sure. It says, but Spine Ticks, you said, I prefer the OG Shogun from the 80s, but I get that the kids these days may want more cutting edge. And I did some background research on watching some more videos of the main actor Toranaga, who actually wrote and directed this series, him right there, and that is actor Hiroyuki Sanada. He wrote this series, and actually he said, going back to the 80s series, that he made sure, not that he set the record straight, but he tried to be more to the line of what, because this is part of his culture, what was the true story, and from the look, from the feel, from the way they talk, translate all before the other series from the 80s. I do remember the 80s series. I didn't watch it a whole lot, but I remember my mom and dad watched it. So every now and then when I don't know what day of the week it came out on, but I'm sitting at the foot of their bed watching this show. I'm thinking it's like more kung fu. It wasn't a whole lot of fighting. Every now and then it was the battling and stuff like that. But you see what Hiroki had brought in, knowing the culture, knowing this is his lineage as well, part of his culture. He brought in the very strict, by the rules culture, which the Japanese culture is. And he brought in those elements, and then the wardrobe, and then the honor amongst everyone, no matter, even if it's somebody that's below somebody in the status of the culture of the island, there's still honor. When it's a peasant, even the peasant, it's a scene. I don't know if they're going to show this scene, and this is the fight scene. And you know what? I'm going to scratch that and get to this. So scratch what I was saying, but this right here is a cause of Hiroki's Tomanaga's son having his girlfriend, I think this is his girlfriend or somebody he's hooking up with, get in his head like you should be, basically saying you should be the guy. Like your father's not here, the Lord Tormanaga is not here, you're next in line, you should be that guy. So he gets in his head that I could rule this town, that I'm gonna do this. So they're supposed to be doing just a demonstration here, but instead of a demonstration, it turns into an all-out bloodbath where the cannons that they were used to demonstrate of what Blackthorn has taught them how to use the cannons the proper way, how to aim them and how to use them in battle, Tormanaga-san changes it to a bloodbath. And that was the first shot of that scene there. And then here at the end of this series, or this is the end of the episode conversation between Tormanaga and Maruyuki, where you talk about their alliances are getting closer and closer because she shares about her life and what her family has been to, and where her family basically was knocked down a notch. That's something that happened in their town where she grew up. And so that brought, sharing interpersonal stories between Blackthorn and Mariko. Mariko has been something that's been, for me, brewing. And it doesn't surprise that, to me, I think in my head, I predicted a long time ago, they are going to be more of a couple than a translator to a kind of like a slave, or now honored guest, being a Hadamoto now, that is Blackthorn. So I say that is going to definitely progress down the line. But Tominaga's Hiroki Tominaga's son, or Yoshi Tominaga's son, standing there right there. Like I said, he takes it to the head that he's that guy, or his uncle does, and he passed some words off to his son or his nephew. And then the battle scene happens where there's the cannons just slicing dudes in half. And these are just the backstory of the setup of the scene here, where Miroki, her husband, before he passed away and was with an honorable death, or what he did to save Blackthorn and the rest of the crew when they're gallivanting through the town of Ahsoka trying to get out there to the boats. So you got a lot going on here. Again, this is so far a great series. And the one lady, like I mentioned, he gave her a gun, and she gave her family's swords for the honor of him. He apologized that he may not have bad manners, but he thanked her by giving her the guns, and then she thanked him by giving her their family's katanas. Which, if I get some katanas from somebody, a family, and that they had this in their family, I'm like, oh man, like, thank you. I better do right by this. And so you see a lot of interaction between Blackthorn and ladies of his house that are actually a part of his team that's going to help him keep his house together while he's on this land for 6 months before he can see his crew and see his boat and do the things that he wanted to do, and being part of. He thought he was in alliance with Tominaga, but not really. So he has to stay back and live his life out for the next 6 months in the town he's in. He said Brad says there is a PS game that recently came out that is somewhat based on the show called Rise of the Ronin. Yes, it did. I just saw that game came out a few weeks ago, maybe. Super fun and will remind me of the show. Super dope. Thank you, Brad, for that. I appreciate you. So this is, and like I said, I don't know if they showed it here, but spoiler alert, Hiroki and Blackthorn pretty much hooked up the night before the battle and the bloodshed that went on. And so that was him and her and the other lady sitting. I can't think of her. I can't find her name. I think it's Yoshido. It may be something else. But here is, and this is the start of the episode here, where you have a messenger coming to town knowing that Tominaga was headed out of where they are now. So, man, the series continues to get more, I say, interesting and more honorable, but then not really honorable, because there is some backstabbing going on between Tominaga, I say more of the generals and the lords, not Blackthorn. Blackthorn, obviously, he's a guy that has to basically learn on the run, lost in translation. He don't know who's saying what to him at any time other than Marioki, who's now kind of like his girlfriend, sort of, and somebody he trusts more than anybody on this land than Tominaga, because he found out Tominaga kind of led him astray, saying one thing but did something else with his honor to him and what he was supposed to receive. So this is a good series. If you haven't watched it, please tune in. You can get caught up between now and next week to watch episode 1 through 4. That's where we're on this week. So we'll be recapping episode 5 maybe next week, but maybe not. I might have to be I may be traveling. I'll find out real soon, and I'll post it on my Instagram and X. I'll let everybody know that I may not be having an episode next week or the week after. It'll be a while, but if until then, that means you got a lot of time to get caught up on watching Shogun. It's on Hulu. So if you have Hulu, check it out. If not, borrow somebody else's login, and boom, do your thing. So I will wrap the show up on that note there. Hope everyone has a good rest of your week. And like I said, you got more than a couple weeks to get caught up on Shogun. Check out the game releases. If you have any questions, if you want to jump into Discord, you got any questions for myself, or if you want to jump into Discord to find out what's going on with my stream, because I will be streaming here in the summer. It's summertime now, so I'm jumping on. I'm going to be playing some Halo. I'm going to play some Madden. Might throw in an RPG somewhere like God of War, Baldur's Gate. I don't know. I got to stream. I love streaming. I love having a good time. What's up, Spine Tick says. Dope streaming mine. We'll hit you up in the IG with some more details on that event. VidCon. That's all. I know I'm going to San Diego Comic Con, and I got a couple things I got to do in Wisconsin as well this summer. So hope to see you there. I know San Diego Comic Con, for anybody that's in Cali or anybody that goes to San Diego Comic Con and you're listening in for the first time, hope to see you there. I might reach out to them and say, hey, can I do my podcast there? I think that's not a bad idea, you know? So never know. You never know what they might say. So, all right. So have a good, that would be sick. The average historian, that would be sick. So this is Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge signing off. I hope everyone have a good rest of your Wednesday hump day. Play some video games, have fun, you know, go barbecue. Like I said, it's the end of this school year. Do not, you know, stay safe, have fun, play some games, go barbecue, go to a water park, ride some roller coasters. It's the end of the school year. Y'all all earned it, right? For everybody that's our students and teachers like myself. I'm a teacher, so I'm like, whew. Had a great school year, but always better having a time off to kind of get recalibrated with yourself. So have a good rest of your week. Peace out. And then catch me on the stream. I might be streaming tomorrow. Check my socials. Follow me. I'm on Instagram. I'm on X. I'm on Green30, or one word. We also on TikTok. I'm on Green's Gamers Lounge. And on Instagram too, we got Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge on there as well. On LinkedIn, please follow there as well. So check us out I'll make a post if I'm streaming, and not if, but when I'm streaming. All right, get out of here, get everything ready to go. There's all my things right there where you can follow me. All right, and let's break this thing down. Go in here, I'm gonna go here. All right, see y'all later.